There's not much in the world that feels better than a 1 of 10 YouTube video.
Have you ever wondered about the thoughts that are going through my mind? Hold up. You might not actually want to know that. Let me try to rephrase. Have you ever wondered about my thought process for how I go about filming, creating, and editing my YouTube videos for this channel? Because if so, today's your lucky day. Okay, so step number 1 in my process is generating the video idea. Having a good brainstorming session to think about good ideas for my YouTube channel is absolutely critical. It's not like I do it all the time, but every so often I just sit down and I think about what kind of videos would my audience that I'm trying to build want to watch. Because whatever I decide to make has to land. With that said, the video idea I'm deciding to showcase for this video is around a budget PS5 streaming setup. Diana Gomez's comment literally says it all. Consider setups for beginners who don't have as big of a budget. Very informative and useful. Subscribe. And there were a lot of likes on this comment as well, so you know we gotta make it happen. Now that we have the video idea nailed down, the next step that I do is open up a OneNote page and I start drafting and planning out the video. I'm not just gonna go ahead and wing it or find some random equipment. I'm gonna sit down for maybe 30 minutes, maybe even an hour, and methodically think out how I wanna put this video together. So since I've thought about doing this video months in advance already, I've already come up with a list of several products that I wanna incorporate within this video. The next part of my notes is drafting more of the structure of my video. So you're gonna have an intro. We're gonna need to explain each piece of equipment. We're gonna need to set it up. Gonna need to download the stream software, best settings, and performance testing. But with all of these buckets built out for the video structure, I'm gonna add in a few bullet points in each section just to help me stay on track with the items I wanna make sure are covered. I think we're at a good spot in our video structure right out at this point. Typically, I would add even more to this depending on the topic that I'm looking at. Like if it's something I'm not that familiar with, I'll have to do, again, more research on. But before filming, I need to make sure all my batteries are charged. That's one thing I try to do every single time because I hate filming and not having a battery at 100%. I also have DJI Go microphones. These also have to be charged. Since I'm gonna be filming in this space on this desk or dresser assortment, I'm gonna need to remove the old items from the previous video. PlayStation 5, you know, we'll keep that obviously. And even for the room, we gotta clean up the room and make sure that's presentable. So messes like this aren't making it into the final video. Okay, so not that I've done a lot of work on this video as of yet, I think we are in a good spot, but I think it's also important to take a little bit of a break. Doing these things can be very refreshing and helpful for when you go back to your video outline and your structure, and you might have new or better ideas come to your mind after stepping away and getting your head out of this stuff just for a moment. One activity that I'll regularly do to help refresh my mind and body is getting some solid exercise in, whether through cardio or just lifting some weights. For you, it might be something altogether different, like going for a walk outside or just getting some sleep. The point is, having a way to refresh yourself is important for being able to improve your content, because when you go back to it, you'll have a much clearer mind. At this point, guys, we're all set up and ready to go. We have our camera here. We got the Elgato key light as well. And by the way, I love how freaking bright this thing is able to make a room. Also, we're gonna be playing the OG Fortnite season as a part of this video, and PlayStation, everything set up, ready to go. And then all the gear that I'm gonna be integrating within this video, we got it sitting right out here. To do these type of tech videos, especially with stuff I don't have, it is out of pocket and I am taking a loss on the video, at least in the short term. But I always think ahead for these videos that I make because I'm thinking long term, like how well will they do like a year or 2 years down the road? Will this be something valuable that people will want to continue to watch or need? And then there's the other side of that, the monetary side, to where, hey, I can get ad revenue for this over time if it's something people will watch over time, but I'll also get the affiliate sales from the people who watch that video and like the products that they see in the video. So they can go to the links, purchase using those links, and I will get something in return from Amazon or whatever other affiliate links I might have linked in the description. All right, cameras turned on, mics are all turned on as well and set to go. Let's record. No, we're not dying today. Not dying today, baby. Oh, we got him. Got him. Come on now. Oh, baby. Nice. Edit. Nice. Let's go. Got him. Ooh. Whew. Got him. Goodbye.
Turn that off. Put the lens cap back on. I gotta shut all this stuff down too, but a little bit of behind the scenes, I was able to record the screen coming out of this computer here by using the EVGA XR1 Pro capture card going into my MacBook Pro over here. I have my desktop screen coming through here, so that's a little behind the scenes. As you can see, I do pay for extra Google Drive storage. It's an absolute lifesaver as I'm able to upload videos from really any of my devices and then pull them down on my main computer, which is my MacBook. But I am finished with the filming process for this video. I've been sitting here in this room for probably about 3.5 hours, close to 4 at this point, and that's just because of all the setup, configuring, the testing while I'm going through everything, because I couldn't test everything beforehand because I unboxed many of these products while filming the video, so I wasn't able to just test a lot of things out beforehand. I just need to get some pictures of this setup so that I have some stuff for the thumbnail, get some B-roll shots, which is just like extra footage, so that when I'm talking, I have something to show about what I'm talking about. So I'll do that real quick, and that's it. Oh, wow, it is daylight now. Yeah, Midnight Man doesn't exist during the day.
Okay, while Midnight Man enjoys his slumber sleep, let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Movavi. They've created this new and amazing video suite that features a video editor, a video converter, a screen recorder, and more. Movavi's video editor in particular has a new and improved editing timeline that clearly separates your video, text, and audio tracks. The editor also comes with a bunch of easy-to-use features such as their AI background removal tool, where you can remove the background very clearly without the need for a green screen. This allows you to put other overlays and graphics behind your moving cutout. Some other features that are also included is the AI audio noise removal, AI motion tracking using stickers or graphics to lock on to parts of your video, and there's hundreds of high quality effects to choose from to add to your videos in your timeline. You guys can check out the Movavi video suite by using the links in the description below and use code GIB21 for 20% off the Movavi video suite. That is quite a deal. But since we're on the topic of video editing, let's jump to that part of my workflow where I show you how I put all of these clips together that we just filmed into a long form timeline. The first step of this process is gathering all of the video and audio files from my cameras, computers, Google Drive, wireless microphones, even clips from my iPhone. Wherever I have files, I need to get them onto my M1 MacBook Pro laptop. So now that we have all the files transferred to my computer and also loaded into my Final Cut Pro editing software, the first critical thing that I always do is line up all of my talking head commentary audio shots together. B-roll and overlay shots I add in on later. With all of my primary tracks laid down, including my multicam tracks, which is like a conglomeration of multiple segments of my videos, but they're all lined up with their audio, so I don't have to do any manual syncing, which is nice. I have an hour and 36 minutes of footage, plus some of this gameplay footage I gotta go through to figure out which clips I wanna include here to edit onto this timeline. So time to get cutting and trimming this down to get this to a more watchable amount of time. Now, once I've gone through the first edit of mashing up all of the clips together, the next thing I usually like to do is to make sure that we add sound design to these clips. Now, I have some presets that I've created with EQs and noise suppression effects, and that helps me just to be able to apply a consistent sound across all of my tracks. It's definitely a best practice not to wait until the very end of your edit to start messing with the sound of your clips, because then things can get really thrown off and messy. The next thing I like to do is watch back through that first edit to see where I can cut certain things out. Where does it feel like the video's dragging on or getting boring? If there's any holes or information missing across the entire video, that's when I identify those and I'll write out whether I need to film something additional, and I'll plug those into the video. And then after that, we're gonna watch the video again. So this is like the third pass to make sure we crop in any lingering beginnings and ends of each of my clips. I wanna present the effect that I'm speaking fluid and naturally throughout the entirety of the video, even if I'm not. We are looking much better now. Got the video down to 15 minutes and 34 seconds. That might go down or up a little bit more, but I'm liking where we are time-wise, because typically I don't like my videos going past the 16-minute mark, because then it gets a little bit long. I mean, this video you're watching is probably pretty long, but I don't want this video to be. Now I add my B-roll and overlay clips to give the viewer a break from just looking at my face. Of course, who wants to look at that? But I find it important to show what I'm talking about instead of just saying it. It adds a greater effect to the video. Now that process can take a bit of time, but once it's done, I'll feel comfortable going and getting music for my videos. I always go on Epidemic Sound. They have such a massive, good collection of music to select from, and even sound effects. For a video that can reach around 10 minutes long, I'll typically find at least 3 to 5 songs to fit within my video project. I'll download those and then throw them accordingly into my project. But of course, we got to lower that music down, so I lower it substantially. Usually between minus 25 or minus 35 decibel levels, because I do not want that audio fighting with what I'm saying. My voice should be the primary focal point. The music is just a little extra, a little thing in the background. Do not neglect color correction. Your clips are always grayish or yellowy, and you can make it look so much better. Here's an example right now. Look at this clip that you're seeing me in. This has no color correction on it right now. And then now look at the clip with color correction. See the difference? There's a big difference. Color correction is so important. If some clips need some special color correction, I'm gonna give it that special attention so that it's right. Next up, we have step 7 in my process, and that's making the thumbnail. I use Photoshop to do this. It's been my trusty steed for several years now, and it's worked for me great. For this thumbnail in particular, we're gonna do a cutout of the image. We're gonna remove some wires to keep it looking a little bit cleaner. Once we have a nice cutout, we'll then need to clean up the edges all around this image to make it look nice and crisp. Then for the background itself, I'm gonna add this nice blue to white color gradient effect, because this video is gonna be PlayStation related after all. And then we'll also throw in some text here and include the PlayStation logo so that it's nice and big, so that it stands out. Now, one extra app that I'll sometimes use to improve the image of my thumbnail is on my phone. I have Snapseed installed, and with this app, I can actually focus on certain areas of the thumbnail to make them brighter or make them darker. I feel like I have just much more pinpoint control versus in Photoshop for this particular task. Maybe there's a way to do it in Photoshop, but I haven't found a better way than what Snapseed can do. Step 8 is to render the video and the thumbnail and upload them to YouTube. Here we have the final video edit completed with all of our B-roll and overlays on the top, as well as text. That's always good to add in your edits. And then under that, we have sound effects, which are these little tiny tracks that you see under my primary track. And then under that, we have all of the music tracks that have gone into this video. And I've used about 5 different songs throughout the entirety of this video just to keep it fresh and mixed up. But we came to a total time of 12 minutes and 18 seconds, down from the hour and a half to the 17 minutes to the 15 minutes. We got it down to this short, which is a nice amount of time for a YouTube video. I have it uploading as we speak. It's gonna go up on November 26th at 11 o'clock. Thumbnail also uploaded, all here, ready to go. If I'm gonna give a true estimate on the amount of time I spent on this video, I'm gonna say probably at least 20 to 25 hours. I'm not kidding. Everything all together, filming, preparation, editing. I'm not kidding. Yes, it took that amount of time. Let's schedule this thing. Now, once the video's up, it doesn't stop there. So the next step of my process is to monitor the performance of the video. Typically, I'll have a good sense or an idea of how well a video is performing within the first 24 hours. And I usually don't make too many moves within that time period, but depending on how something is doing, I will make changes either to the thumbnail or even the title. Okay, guys, it's almost been 24 hours since I've uploaded this video. And we got a 1 out of 10.
There's not much in the world that feels better than a 1 of 10 YouTube video. So if we go all the way back to the beginning of this video where I talked about the video idea generation process being so critical, this is why I stressed it so much. If it wasn't for the initial research and thought that went into the idea of this video, this 1 out of 10 would have never happened.
And I can't wait till we all get A/B thumbnail testing on YouTube. It is a feature rolling out, so I highly recommend people take advantage of it to test out what thumbnails are working and which ones are not. If something is really messed up or making people drop off the video, I can actually edit the video right within the YouTube Studio dashboard and cut and trim parts of the video out. And I've done that in the past for certain videos where I've seen a heavy drop off of viewership. You don't have to just watch your video sink and fail. Do something about it to reposition it so that it can perform in the future. YouTube's discoverability and algorithm is literally created so that your content can get pushed to the right audience. And if the video is good enough, people will watch and your video should perform. If next you guys would like to see how I handle balancing YouTube, working basically full-time hours while balancing life, as well as school or work, let me know in the comment section below. If you guys are new around here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and I will see you in the next one. Peace.